Take a deep breath. Tune into the beating of your heart and awaken to a fresh perspective. Welcome to See More with Morcie, your go-to podcast for discovering a centered path to your purpose. And welcome. My name is Morcie. I help entrepreneurs, leaders, and creatives invite presence into their lives. And inviting presence into your life looks like being at peace with this moment. Being at peace with this moment so you recognize your true power as a conscious leader. Now, the message in today's podcast episode is not about thinking positively all the time so that you will be at peace with this moment. It has more to do with aligning with this moment, aligning to what is in this moment, right? You're feeling misunderstood? Be okay with it. You don't have all the answers? Be okay with it. You're feeling overwhelmed? Be okay with it. That is the basis of being at peace. And it might sound counterintuitive, but it's not. The moment you find that you are aligning with the moment, you feel a lightness. You feel peace because you're not limited by resistance. It's truly the resistance in our life experience that pulls us away from being at peace with the moment, just allowing the moment to be what it is, not always critiquing, not always judging, but just saying, hey, I'm at peace with this moment. I find that when it comes to the world of entrepreneurship and building, there is this energy of speed, competition. It's high energy. So oftentimes, the idea of being at peace with something makes it seem that you become passive or complacent. That this energy, this ambitious energy, all of a sudden it dwindles because you chose to be at peace with the moment. That's a myth. When you choose to be at peace with the moment, you're actually in tune with your natural rhythm. You actually know when to pull away. You know when to step back so you could see the bigger picture. So you can face whatever challenges you have with clarity. You can make more aligned decisions, right? Being a conscious leader, a leader that is aware. It's truly a skill to know when to pause and come back, because that's why burnout is such a hot topic these days. Because of this energy of speed and competition, it's so easy to get burnt out. But when you're in tune with your natural rhythm, when you make peace with this moment right here, you know it's time to pull back. You know you're actually wasting your energy by trying to continuously push forward. When you make peace with the moment, you're not slowing down progress. You're not falling behind. You're aligning with the moment. You're agreeing with it. You're allowing yourself to flow with the universe, right? It's a powerful practice of surrender. You're not slowing down. You're actually speeding up in many ways. You're actually allowing yourself to just move with what's already there. You're recognizing, this is not in my control right now. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to recharge and relax and see the bigger picture. Make peace with this moment right here. This moment is enough. It's everything you need. our minds, right? We're so used to it. We're visionaries in so many ways as an entrepreneur, leader, and creative. We're visionaries. We see things. Or maybe if you don't see things in your mind, you have plans for things. And often it is a lot of future and there's a lot of past. But that part of the human experience, it doesn't always have to be on. We can turn it off. You have the ability to turn it off, right? Desire and wanting, it doesn't always have to be on. Yes, it's a part of manifestation. Yes, it's a part of growing and building. Even for myself, this moment right here, creating this podcast, sharing this topic, my newsletter. Yes, there is desire, there is wanting, but there's also an awareness to pull back and know that you don't need to always want all the time. You don't need to always desire. Being at peace with this moment, making peace with this moment, it's not only for relaxation, right? There's this idea that, to be at peace with this moment, you only set aside for relaxation purposes, for only spiritual purposes. Well, I'll share with you that the whole idea here with See More with Morcie is to help you see how your spiritual journey and your entrepreneurial journey are interconnected. Often they're seen as one, as separate. Oh, I meditate at this time and I go to work at this time. Oh, you can blend them in together. You can make that a part of your day to day. Something as simple as being fully aware of what you're doing now. The tiniest things like picking up a highlighter, typing on your computer, messaging someone. Those are ways where you're stepping out of that constant thought streams in the mind and blending in and being one with the moment, right? Stepping into that energy, stepping into that awareness, it means inviting it in. It's a practice, it's a skill, right? And I don't mean to say a practice or a skill where it's like, in this moment, I'll receive it and I'll be happy, right? That's not what I mean. I mean, it's here now. So when you choose to make peace with this moment now, the reward is already here. And when you continue to invite that in, that becomes more natural. When you wake up in the morning, you're not constantly feeling this turn inside of your stomach, this turning, right? Waking up with morning anxiety, going to bed, overthinking, also feeling the anxiety, right? Having trouble sleeping because of that anxiety. When you make that intention to make peace with this moment, to align with this moment, to not constantly want for more or want something else or want to be somewhere else, but turn that off, flick the switch, and recognize this moment. There's ease. The moment is simple. It cuts down all that complication. And in order to help you and assist you, be a pointer on this journey, I've created a newsletter, The Enlightened Entrepreneur. If you have not subscribed to The Enlightened Entrepreneur, what are you doing? When you become a subscriber to The Enlightened Entrepreneur, you get bites of wisdom inside of your inbox. On top of that, I share a guided meditation that aligns with each topic that I share. So in the next newsletter, there will be a guided meditation centered around making peace with this moment. So you recognize your power, recognize how much control you have in this moment as a conscious leader. You don't get guided meditations and resources like this just anywhere, right? On top of that, each month you get a chance to have a one-on-one session with me. And I'm working on building a community of people coming together for us to bring our energies together and bring our ideas together and really grow into what it means to be a conscious leader. I'm here too, discovering what that means. I created this podcast and the Enlightened Entrepreneur based on my journey. I'm a life path 1. And if you don't know what a life path 1 is, it's a natural born leader, right? I mean, many of us are natural born leaders. You don't necessarily have to be a life path 1. But I share this because I feel that calling to speak to leaders, to speak to creatives and entrepreneurs and those who find that they're paving their own path, that their path doesn't look like those that they see, that you see. And sometimes you don't know what to do. You don't know what your next step is. You find yourself so often in this world of an uncertainty. And that's what makes a leader a leader. That's what makes a pioneer. You don't exactly know what's coming next, but you tune in to your inner wisdom. You trust yourself. There's an ease in that trust, in following what you feel, what you sense may be next. Subscribe to the Enlightened Entrepreneur. So you're going from that feeling disconnected or feeling just not aligned to truly building on your blissipline. Blissipline, if you listen to the last podcast, you know what I'm talking about. Blissipline, devoting space throughout your day to day, even if it's for a second, to be reminded of joy, to be reminded of peace. Because the more you do this, the more often you do this, you recognize that this is home. Not those feelings of anxiety and worry and stress and urgency. They come. It's not about avoiding it, but it's about knowing how to navigate it. How to work through these very human emotions that we feel in this world of highs and lows and ups and downs. So subscribe to the Enlightened Entrepreneur so you understand what it means to make peace with this moment, to be one with this moment, to be the moment. You are the moment. You're not just in the present moment. You are the present moment. And when that state of consciousness, it expands, there's ease, there's simplicity. You are that conscious leader that you've always envisioned. And maybe if you haven't envisioned it, you step into that and you just see it. You just see it, right? Make peace with this moment right here. So you step into your true power as a conscious leader. I want to share with you one last thing about what making peace with this moment is not, all right? The success that you're looking for, it's not automatically going to bring you peace, right? Whether it is a financial goal, I want my business to make millions. Whether it's bringing a community together, I want to bring together thousands, millions of people to come and have a shift in consciousness. Whatever your goals might be, that simply by itself, it's not going to bring you peace. It's going to bring more responsibility, for sure. But making peace with this moment is, once again, it's a practice that is here right now. If you're not making peace with this moment now, when that success comes, you're not going to know how to make peace with that moment then. And that aspect of the human experience, the wanting and desire, it's going to constantly be on. And it's going to be overwhelming. There's not going to be an awareness of when to flick the switch and turn it off. Be still in this moment. Make peace with this moment. That practice, it starts here. It doesn't matter where you are on your journey. Whether you're an amateur, whether you're a novice, whether you're a professional, this is the aspect of your journey where you find that your spiritual and that strategic aspect of building anything, it comes together. It mends into one. I know some say, oh, this is a luxury I can't afford. This is for those who have the time to focus on their spiritual. No, boo. Let me tell you something. The chosen ones choose themselves. The chosen ones choose themselves. This is not something where you have to work for and ask and be approved by someone or something outside of yourself. You choose yourself right now. You choose to make peace with this moment right now. That's when you become the chosen one. You chose yourself. You prioritized your state of consciousness, the way you think, act, and feel. You prioritized your inner peace. Therefore, it's much easier to just follow your intuition. It's much easier to flow with the universe. It's much easier to know how to navigate those feelings of anxiety when they rise, feelings of intense sadness, and recognizing that they come and they go. They don't need to be a part of your identity. They're not a part of your identity. They are not you. They come and they go. And when you truly feel that and know that, you're flowing with the highs and lows of life. A conscious leader, once again, you've heard me say this phrase so many times during this podcast episode. This right here, y'all, I don't think I've ever told you, but this right here is actually my childhood room. When I went off to college, my mom turned it into her office, but this right here is my childhood room. It's almost like I'm starting from the bottom. I make peace with this moment. I make peace with what I have and the resources that I have, and I work with it. I have to work with my mom. She uses this office, so I have to say, hey, on this time, for this long, I got to use the office because the lighting is really nice in here. It's the best in the house. You don't have to be so far up in your journey to feel peace. Stop waiting for a certain goal to be reached before you feel peace. It's here now. It will always be here. It's always available for you. Okay? It's not about thinking positive all the time. We throw that out the window. We don't do that. I don't know where that comes from. We don't do that. We don't do that. It's about aligning with this moment. And you know what? I'm not even trying to make you feel bad. If you thought that's what it was, it's okay. It's okay. Align with this moment. You feel misunderstood? Be okay with it. You don't have all the answers? Be okay with it. You feeling overwhelmed and stressed? Be okay with it. It happens. It's a part of life. Make peace with this moment so you step into your true power as a conscious leader, and you'll see how much possibility lies here in this moment. How you respond, that's what matters most. My name is Morcie. Thank you for being here. I'm sending you peace, love, wholeness.